Hello, Palagi everyone. Today we are going to make some delicious hamburgers for my kids and my wife to eat, but we're also going to make them using Big Mac sauce. So everyone loves Big Mac sauce. A lot of people think it is like a Thousand Island, and it's not. I'm going to show you how to make McDonald's secret Big Mac sauce. Let's get started. Alright, now let me show you everything you're going to need. You're going to need some little bowls, or you can just mix your stuff right into the big bowl if you want. But you do need a 1/4 cup, a tablespoon, half a teaspoon, a 1/4 teaspoon, and half a tablespoon. You're going to need garlic powder, paprika, onion powder, mayonnaise, mustard, vinegar, and sweet relish. Alright, let me get started. So first I'm going to do the mayonnaise. The mayonnaise is the largest amount. We're going to use a whole 1/4 cup, so that's all the way to the top. There we go. And I won't be using this again, so I'll put it in the sink. Alright, let me show you what we have first. Let me get the camera in there. So first we have 2 tablespoons of sweet relish. Make sure you drain this so it's not too liquidy. I usually let mine sit on a paper towel for a couple minutes. Let's put that in. Then we have half a tablespoon of regular yellow mustard. This was the weirdest ingredient that I realized was in Big Mac sauce. I always thought it was like ketchup and mayonnaise. Then you need a half a tablespoon, if you can see that. This is vinegar. I use rice wine vinegar. That one's fine, or you can use plain vinegar. I just recommend don't use something like apple cider vinegar though, because that has too strong of a taste of apple and it will change the flavor profile. Then you have a half teaspoon of garlic powder, a half teaspoon of onion powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. And that's all the ingredients to make Big Mac sauce. All that's left to do is stir. Yeah, the paprika, besides giving it a little bit of the flavor too, it also makes that color that always made me, and I'm sure many other people, think that it was Thousand Island dressing. So this is good for probably up to 8 hamburgers, depending on how much sauce you want. You can always double the recipe if you want to make more, because sometimes people I know like to dip fries in this as well. All right, let's taste it. All right, my glasses off. Just take a little bit. That is identical. That is Big Mac sauce, and that's how you make it. Let's get started on the hamburger. Okay, I get started out with some parchment paper, and that's what I put the hamburger meat on. And then I need a cutting board, because for my wife and my hamburger, we like to mix onion in the hamburger. So I always like to hand shape my own hamburgers. I'll show you that in a second. Let's get this onion cut though first. Don't need a whole lot of it. Basically just going to cut it and then do really thin slices as you can if you want to try this. I mean, you can make them thicker if you want, but it works out a lot better when they're just tiny little pieces, or not too thick. Okay, let me just move this over to the side, and we'll get started actually on the ground beef. So of course, make sure your hands are clean first before you begin. But I'm basically gonna cut this in half. I'll just use it by sight. Break it again, and I'm just gonna shape it. Now, once I get a ball, I'll set it off to the side, and I'll show you what I do after that. I'm just kind of making sure it all sticks together. And there's only 4 of us. And I'm gonna make some French fries too, not McDonald's fries this time. That takes too long. But just make some regular fries. There's that one. And last but not least, make Daddy's ball. Of course, Daddy gets the biggest one because I'm the biggest eater in the house. There we go. Now next, I'm going to take the kids. I'm going to use another piece of parchment paper to smash it. There we go. Guess you can call it a smash burger. And the parchment paper works good to help get it off as well. Now for me and my wife's, I need to incorporate the onions. So I'll do my wife's first. Grab a few onions in my hand and kind of just mold them into the meat. And if you've never tried this before, oh my gosh, it makes the hamburger taste so good. Oops, dropped a little piece. And once you feel that it's kind of all sticking together there we go. Then you can take the parchment paper and flatten that burger as well. There we go. Let's do mine. Okay, for mine, let's move the camera over here. I love a lot of onions in mine, so I'm gonna grab a whole wad of them and just shove them in there. And then as I kind of move it around, you can pick up some more onions as they drop out and kind of just fold it into itself to get the onions well mixed throughout the whole burger patty. There we go. A lot of onions in mine. And just like the others, use some parchment paper. And there is Daddy's giant burger. All right, let's get to frying up these burgers. So I've got out 4 sesame seed buns, and I also got out a little flat pan that has like a grill. And I'm gonna turn the heat on medium. And also for the fries, I need to get ready to make those too. And I'll admit, this time I'm being lazy. It's just frozen fries, but it's $4.50. There we go. All right, before we start putting the meat on the grill, just gonna season them a little bit on top, a little salt and a little pepper. There we go. All right, the oven is done preheating, so let me put the French fries in. And as you can see, they're just some fluffy steak fries. And there we go. All right, the pan is hot. I don't need to really add any cooking spray because of the fat in the hamburger. And these are pretty big, so I'm just gonna do 2 at a time. These are my kids. I always cook my kids' food first. Gotta love the sound of that sizzle. Sometimes I also, as it kind of shrinks up, I'll push down and flatten it out a little bit. I usually let these set on each side, well, for about 4 minutes. My kids like medium well. They don't like well done like me and my wife does. Alright, it's about time to turn these over. Let's see if I can do it with one hand, since I'm holding the camera with the other hand. Oh, looking good. Put that over there. And I'm going to add a little more salt and pepper. There we go. Let's let it sit on this side for about 4 minutes. Now while the burgers are cooking, I'm also putting the hamburger buns into the toaster. But as I push it down, I'm setting it on bagel setting, so only the outsides get hot. That way the kids, and me and my wife as well, like the burger toasted. All right. Now, if you've ever cooked with hamburger meat or anything that is very greasy, you don't want the grease to splatter everywhere, I take a towel and just lightly lay a paper towel over it. And just make sure if you're using a gas stove that none of the towel touches the flames, because then you have a fire. Make sure I only want it in there about 2 minutes. And there we go. Let's take them out. Ooh, hot. Let's see, they're nice and toasted. Ooh, they're hot too. And that way, also, if you put a lot of ketchup or any other condiment on it, it won't soak into the bun. I've got 3 more buns to do. Lastly, for my kids' burgers, I'm going to put on some cheese. This is just regular mild cheddar cheese. And I will cover it back up with the paper towel. And that will also help the cheese melt faster. Alright, let's look here. And, yep, that's melted enough. I'm going to take them out and let them rest on a paper towel on a plate. Alright, let's get these out. And this will also help drain some of the grease. Because, you know, the grease is the part that tastes good, but it's also not good for you. So we'll drain in a few minutes, and then we'll make the kids' burgers. Now, I wash my hands again, and let's put on me and my wife's burger. There's my wife. Whoop, and there's mine. Now, knowing how I love spicy stuff, guess what I do next? For my burger alone, I put some crushed red peppers on it. Delicious. Okay, I'm going to start putting the kids' burgers together. So, my youngest daughter does not like Big Mac sauce. She just loves lots of ketchup. And she's always been that way. She is a ketchup fanatic. And I wash my hands again and just whoop, put it right on there. And give her a little extra ketchup. The more ketchup, the better for her. And there we go. That's it for hers. Now for my 14-year-old, she does like it more like a Big Mac. So she just don't like the pickles. So basically I put on a lot of sauce for her. There we go. And then I'm going to add some lettuce. There we go, shredded lettuce, just like the Big Mac. And she doesn't like the pickles. And I guess I did it upside down, but that's okay. I'll put it like that. It still works. There we go. Alright. Now we just have to wait for me and Mom's. So me and Mom's burgers are cooking. Just keeping them covered so I don't have too much of a big splash of all the okay, getting ready to put Mom's burgers together. So I'll make sure I do it on the right side, on the top bun. There we go. Now she does like it more like a McDonald's burger. So she takes the pickle. And she also likes the cheese not melted. There we go. Oh, don't want to forget the lettuce. And she doesn't like very much lettuce, but this is more traditionally like what a Big Mac is. Okay, getting my burger ready now. And you see that worked out perfect just for our burgers. The amount. Of course, I gave us a little extra since our baby girl didn't want any. And then I like to add something that most people never add to burgers, but I love green olives. There was this one burger place when I grew up that did this, and I got addicted to it. So, and I like lots of lettuce. All right, let's just wait for the burgers. All right, getting the burgers on there. I've let them drain for a while. Whew, hot. And now we just need to go get the French fries. Okay, the fries are done. Gonna add a little salt to them. And of course, this is fake salt. There is no sodium in this salt, so it's healthy for you. There we go. And there we go. That's my 11-year-olds. My 14-year-olds. my wife's, and mine. All right, let's eat. Wait, Fiai!
Yoy.
Eoy is the answer. Let me get the kids. Oh, she scared you.
Yeah, just a pale face covered in hood.
Yep. Oh, this is mine. This is mine. You're the star. Mommy's the star.
Oh,
Let's give it a try. You finished this one already, Paula? This book.
no.
And the ketchup.
Not friendly ghost in your room. All you were missing was a sight.
You like the Big Mac sauce?
No. Like pickle too.
Oh yeah. She's the only one that likes pickles on her burger. How much would I have to pay you to try one pickle?
$150.
$1.50? That's not bad.
No, $150.
150? What? How much would I have to pay you to have ketchup and a little mustard on your hamburger?
$120.
Oh, 120, that's not bad. How about a little mayonnaise on your burger?
$160.
Oh,
160.
that one's a thing.
How much would I have to pay you to go a whole week without eating any ketchup?
$170.
I thought for a second that
She
you
loves
was going to
ketchup.
go $1 million. Her precious
What's the one
ketchup.
thing she wouldn't eat?
Tomato soup.
Oh, how much to take just a little bit, like 2 big spoons of tomato soup? How much money?
$250.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's pretty low for something she really doesn't want to eat.
She
I'm
loves
shocked.
tomatoes.
Seriously, I do it.
What's
love
your price,
ketchup.
Paula?
For tomato soup,
If there was something that you do not want to eat, what would the price be?
what would it be?
I don't know what.
What you don't wanna eat.
Would you eat octopus?
I like octopus.
She liked that.
She likes octopus. Would you eat? Oh, remember Mommy ate the fish eye the other day? How much to eat the fish eyeball?
I've eaten a chicken heart. I had that.
Oh, you'd eat it, no problem. What?
So what don't you
Oh.
want to eat?
Is
Why
there
would you
anything
not
you would
wanna
not eat, or you just like Mommy?
Check ketchup.
What you say?
Ketchup.
Sure, eat ketchup with some stuff.
With some, yeah, if it's with something else.
Here's
not-
your price.
Not by itself.
How much? Stop! Don't take a bite.
No.
How much
No.
will I have to pay you to eat the rest of her hamburger that she's already slobbered over? How much money? Don't. $1 million?
Not that
What was that noise?
Her.
Not at the table, please! Oh my God!
The apocalypse. It was actually
You're gonna melt the
apocalypse.
camera.
All right, Paula.
That was on accident because I moved the chair and it like made a noise.
Oh,
An iPad.
sure it did.
Oh, there's like invincible wall.
The cost would be an iPad.
Is there anything beautiful when you eat?
Mm.
Our oldest daughter
I know there's something she's like grossed out of.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't remember what.
Well, she's not grossed out by it, but she don't like eating Spam unless it's cooked really like crispy.
Then, in order to make it really crispy the way she likes it, has to be extremely thin. Like hair thin, thread thin. Almost like chips thin.
How much to eat it? Drink a whole can of soda. Silhouette.
You won't be able to do it.
$100.
That's it?
Yeah, she doesn't
She really
ever
hates
drink
parts.
soda. She drinks apple juice like she did just now, and water,
Gross.
and like fruit punch Capri Suns or whatever. What else do you drink? Milk. But you don't drink soda, do you?
No,
You don't like the carbonation.
she hates carbonation from sodas.
I do one big spoon
Oh.
of tomato soup for
But she does like sparkling
$150.
cider.
Hmm?
She likes sparkling cider
Oh.
for special occasions.
I'll do it for $150 if you give me if
I
I
like apple
take
cider.
You like
One
apple cider too?
spoon of tomato soup.
How about just to eat the whole can?
$300.
$300, you eat it? Look, it's not even mixed. It's just thick tomato juice.
Oh, $500.
You know, Daddy
So-
has those new chips called the habanero, Tostitos. Silo, if Daddy let
She'd
you
eat that.
eat one, how much would you want for it?
Tostitos.
For one piece of toast?
A hot,
50.
a hot chip.
50. Wow.
You're so expensive.
You're so expensive.
I'm saving up.
Like,
I'm buying me like buying something.
How can we do any challenges
handful.
when you cost me so much?
How much money do I have? Do I still have $160?
It's rude to talk about money at the dinner table.
What about hot sauce?
No. Yeah, Silo cannot take her hot.
$170.
My camera's blinking, means the battery's low, it's gonna die. So, Pop That Lava for watching. We appreciate it. Thank you to everyone that watches. Bless the subscribers and everybody else. We're so happy that you join us sometimes. Alright. Yep, Fa Se Fua.
Fat.
What?
Ba.
Say Fa Se Fua.
Ba se fua.
Good job. What about you? You know how to speak and the words coming out of my mouth?
My mouth's full.
Oh. Say Fa Se Fua.
Ba se
I'll
fua.
say aloha.
I'm not saying aloha.
Aloha.
She's like, I'm not saying aloha. I'm not Hawaiian. She's a good Samoan girl. She actually, we did DNA on everyone. We'll share that with you another time, but she has the most Samoan in her DNA. More for her mom, but she's the whitest of the kids. So she can pass for a Palagi sometimes.
What was that word?
She has the middle amount, and our oldest daughter has the least amount. They all have lots of Samoan DNA. It's just some have percentages less.
I'm more French.
No, you're not more French. Maybe you're more French fry. The burger's really good, by the way. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.